broad that's running around bragging about getting raw dog, that little old ain't nothing but a cum bucket. I said, no, she a disgusting little old mother.
Y'all see me with a nigga? Y'all think I'm fucking. Like, can I just chill? Can I hang out? God, I'm a grown-ass gangster superhero. Leave me alone.
You gonna keep it gangster? When you gonna keep it bitch, that's what you did. You lied to me for 6 months.
Running around bragging about getting raw dog. That little old ain't nothing but a con bucket. I said, no, she a disgusting little old mother. Just like that, Charleston White lit the internet on fire. For those who don't know, Charleston White is never one to hold back when he thinks someone is stepping over the line. And this time, his target? Rapper Sexyy Red. The online world exploded after Charleston claimed to have what he called explosive receipts against her. And he didn't waste any time airing them out in the most dramatic way possible. He openly called her out, claiming, "I hate her. She's delivering a whole spirit among young girls." That statement alone was enough to send shockwaves through social media. But it didn't stop there. Charleston went even further, allegedly leaking what he says were Sexyy Red's medical records and naming major rappers he claims were involved in this wild, messy chain of events. And these weren't just random, lesser-known names. These were chart-topping heavyweights, artists whose every move is watched by millions. People paused mid-scroll, whispering and trying to process what could possibly be true and what might be exaggeration for clout. What makes the situation so explosive is not just the alleged involvement of high-profile rappers, but the narrative Charleston is spinning. He branded Sexyy Red as a contaminated woman, linking it directly to the lifestyle she raps about. The raw, unfiltered themes in her music, which many fans thought were just stage presence, were now being framed as a reflection of her real-life choices. Once those alleged receipts hit the timeline, fans went into overdrive, dissecting every Instagram post, every club appearance, every rumored connection. Suddenly, Sexyy Red's music wasn't the only thing trending. The scrutiny extended into her personal life, her relationships, and even her baby daddy drama, which resurfaced with fresh intensity.
But I said to myself, she looked like it get hot. It looked like it get funky in whatever room she f***ing in. It get hot.
The fallout was absolute chaos. Names Charleston allegedly dropped left jaws on the floor. He didn't just stir the pot, he flipped the entire table upside down, forcing fans to ask themselves, who else is involved? Who else is caught in this storm? There was speculation that even Drake might not have been the only superstar involved, making every lyric, every viral clip, every dance move she's done suddenly seem suspicious in a new context. People began side-eyeing every public interaction she had with other rappers, wondering if it was all connected to Charleston's allegations. In Charleston, he went full savage mode. He doubled down on his accusations, calling out her behavior as reckless, and even posting a zoomed-in photo of her face with a suspicious mark, captioning it, "I ain't lied yet." This move turned what was already a heated discussion into a full-blown circus online. His message was clear. This wasn't just about music, fame, or clout. According to him, Sexyy Red's image, the wild, explicit persona she's famous for, directly mirrors her personal lifestyle choices, the very choices that he claims have far-reaching consequences. Fans were immediately divided. Some argued Charleston had crossed the line, calling his tactics cruel and invasive, while others speculated that maybe, just maybe, he was pulling back the curtain on something far bigger than anyone had anticipated. The controversy wasn't just messy, it was multi-layered, and the drama was unfolding in real time for everyone to see. Charleston didn't stop at calling her reckless. He went further, making the claim sound more than just gossip. He painted a picture of real danger. He said, "It ain't just that. These dudes don't even wash their stuff, right? And you out here letting everybody raw gog you? Of course, ouchie going to get funky." His statements were raw, unfiltered, and blunt. Exactly the kind of explosive content that keeps social media buzzing. He went even further, alleging that Sexyy Red carried bacterial infections and wasn't being careful in her personal relationships. Then, according to Charleston, he dropped what he claimed were her STD medical records, essentially turning an already messy situation into a full-scale investigation. As soon as this information hit the timeline, fans began connecting the dots, digging into her dating history and linking her to every rapper, influencer, and public figure she'd ever been tied to. The web of speculation grew wider by the hour, and every new post or comment online seemed to add another layer to the story. One of the names that sent shockwaves through social media was Gucci Third Leg. According to Charleston's claims in social media chatter, a former fling accused him of knowingly passing on infections. That single claim was enough to turn the internet upside down. But it didn't stop there. Gucci had previously bragged about being with over 3,000 women, and fans immediately began connecting this to Sexyy Red, drawing lines between her past flings and his notorious history. The speculation was intense, and many fans were convinced that the pieces of the puzzle were starting to fall into place. The online conversation became a full-scale investigation, with fans playing detective, connecting rumors, leaked posts, and social media snippets to paint their own version of events. And it wasn't just about Gucci Third Leg. The entire scenario now seemed like a chain reaction waiting to explode, implicating not just one or two people, but potentially an entire network of high-profile figures. Finally, Sexyy Red clapped back on Instagram, clearly fed up with the constant scrutiny. She made it clear that she was tired of people obsessing over her personal life, posting, "Why every time y'all see me with a Nick, y'all think, can I just chill? Can I hang out? God, I'm a grown-ass gangster superhero. Leave me alone." But the online storm didn't die down. Charleston doubled down by sharing what he claimed were her medical records. Overnight, rumors escalated into headlines, and suddenly this wasn't just about personal drama. It had become a full-blown public scandal. Fans were glued to their screens trying to figure out what was real and what was manipulated for clout. If Charleston's allegations hold weight, this messy chain of events could drag multiple rappers into the spotlight. The first and most shocking name, Drake. Fans remember when he was spotted in the club with Sexyy Red, cozy and affectionate, sparking speculation that their relationship might go deeper than casual. Drake even posted, "Just met my rightful wife, Sexyy Red," while she doubled down reposting with, "I'm your favorite rapper's rapper." Multiple sightings added fuel to the fire, making Charleston's claims land like a bomb. If even a shred of this is true, having Drake's name connected to the situation turns the scandal from messy to explosive. Then there's Chief Keef. Sexyy Red openly admitted that they were more than friends, joking that Keef might even become her third baby daddy. She also threw shade at King Von's sister, Kayla B, marking her territory and making it clear that this wasn't just casual chatter. She was staking her claim. When you line all this up with Charleston White's allegations, the situation becomes even more tangled. If those medical records are legit and Red was close with Keef, his name is suddenly part of the danger zone too. Charleston made it clear that he wasn't just tossing out names for clicks. He was highlighting a chain reaction. One name leads to another, and the mess spreads like wildfire. And it didn't stop there. Charleston hinted at a mystery man, and Sexyy Red herself fueled speculation by posting a photo on Instagram lying in bed with an unknown man, face hidden but with an ankle monitor visible, suggesting he was on house arrest. She captioned it, "I like effing with drillers, redhead killer," tying the post back to Charleston's claims. Fans immediately went into detective mode, connecting every social media post, every viral clip, and every known hookup into a larger pattern. And just when everyone thought the story couldn't get wilder, streamer Aiden Ross jumped in. He went live and admitted he slept with Sexyy Red, claiming she was dominant in the encounter. This sparked another heated back and forth, with Sexyy Red snapping back, "You paid me to take your virginity, and I did just that." Social media went crazy debating who was telling the truth, and the scandal continued to spiral. As this unfolded, other names started entering the conversation. Ray Jed claimed they hooked up mid-flight on a plane, while Honcho's music video connection sparked rumors about real-life involvement. Each new allegation tied back to Charleston White's initial claims and the alleged medical receipts, creating a tangled web that now involved multiple rappers, streamers, and even Sexyy Red's baby daddy. He initially accused her of burning rappers, then later backpedaled, saying he never caught an STI. These conflicting stories only added fuel to the fire, making fans question who to believe and which claims were real. Sexyy Red has openly admitted to catching STIs in the past, even turning her experiences into humor online, posting viral images and referencing medications. Her brand, which embraces shock value and explicit content, leans into controversy, turning taboo topics into viral moments. But when Charleston dropped alleged medical records, it changed the tone entirely. Fans began questioning whether past confessions were just punchlines or signs of a deeper reality. Lord Jamar added to the discussion, remarking that Sexyy Red reminded him of girls from his past, tying his commentary back to Charleston's alleged receipts. The story stopped feeling like random gossip. It began to look like a chain reaction of exposure, where one person's actions could implicate an entire network. Fans are now divided. Some argue that Sexyy Red is knowingly spreading infections, while others suggest she's simply another victim of a clout-hungry industry that elevates women for clicks and then tears them down when convenient. Charleston White's accusations, combined with alleged medical records, commentary from Lord Jamar, and public confessions from Sexyy Red herself, paint a picture of an entertainment world where sexual behavior, celebrity status, and social media accountability collide in the most explosive ways. Charleston argues this is no accident, claiming the industry purposely puts artists like Sexyy Red in the spotlight, not to celebrate them, but to systematically dismantle them piece by piece. He even claims her brand perpetuates sexual violence, using these alleged connections and receipts as proof of a broader, orchestrated agenda. One thing is certain, the conversation about Sexyy Red isn't dying down anytime soon. Fans, blogs, and even other rappers are being forced into the middle of this storm, and the fallout is only growing. Every hookup rumor, every viral clip, and every leaked post seems to raise the stakes even higher. So now it's your turn. What do you think about this entire situation? Drop your thoughts in the comments, smash that like button, and hit subscribe so you don't miss the next breakdown.